Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from Man at YouTube, looking at the recent line of the LBX kits from danball Shiki. I think so. It is an anime about these little fighting robots. I think that's meant to be very similar to the Busu Shiki, just less cute. The people I was travelling with in Japan were buying these and told me they were quite popular. I bought this very menacing Ifreet and some Gaia virtual on pastel colours and snapped it here and there, painting it in China. To my surprise, as a children's line of model-like toys, they are quite complex in largish high-grade boxes fetching well over the 1,000 yen mark. Yet they're very detailed and quite a bit of articulation and joints with very full-on instructions. The kit contains foil stickers, 3 colour ABS runners, 2 poly-like cap material instructions, and a very funky comic. As a background, the anime was meant to be some sort of longish commercial for this line of models toys. It's meant to be a largish scale wargaming scenario where you get to throw dice with stats and these fold out maps, or inside the boxes you can cut them out and just have a terrain board to game. I know very little about the rules, but from what I know, it looks like the game hasn't taken off. Though very interesting models to collect, which people are doing. The instructions, being Japanese, they were very large, colourful and extremely easy to follow. I really like the modularization that these instructions are set up, where they focus at different parts of the body, and the runners are set up where that runner contains the parts for that body, saving any confusion. It is a snap kit, and there is some points where there is crevices that need filling, but extremely little in the way of seam lines. The faults are absolute at a minimum on a visual perspective. I will note that some of these robots are a lot more simpler looking in application of stickers, paint, whatnot. I purposely chose this one because it's very ornate and interesting, with many different layers of colours and how menacing it is. What I did have a lot of trouble with is, once things snap into place, as always with ABS, it's very hard to near impossible to disassemble for painting, and these poly pieces do not hold very much tension, as well as the ABS pieces. Once there's a crack or something breaks, you lose the articulation and the piece is as floppy as hell. So in summary, visually fantastic looking, great colour separation, amazing detail, though the play value and the posability is the struggling bit, particularly where there's very large, heavy, big pieces on this model. Being marketed to kids as a wargaming piece that plays and changes position is a major fault. Though for me, just to paint something to put on a shelf or display, absolutely perfect, no complaints. For a little fun, I did do a tiny bit of modification and found this Nakamimi plum set of styrene figure accessories, cat ears, tails, bows, and prettied it up a bit like a feminine custom. The pink pastel colours also came to play. With my minimum supply of tools, it was a very slow process to paint, so I covered it in a very fine layer of primer one side, allow it to dry, flip, apply again, making sure there's enough space for me to hold with my fingers, thus waiting for a second time to dry, and then painting the unpainted side third time round. Extremely tedious without skewers, and sometimes extra coats is required. I purchased some more lacquer thinner in Beijing, and with these virtual on colours, did a very interesting colour scheme. with all these tiny crevices and details and flame effects, you could only do about 15 minutes of painting a day before you had to put it down. But I was very satisfied with the finish I got and the nice surrounding outsides, which is interesting. Took a few photos. As always, I've done a tutorial on hand painting with lacquers. Unfortunately, I didn't have any retardants, so I thinned the paint down a little further, making it almost translucent. Meaning, the first few coats, the paint job did look a little tacky, though with many layers over many days, which there's always free time, this came to a very vibrant and nice colour from the primer. The white light grey parts were very tricky, though you can achieve a very smooth finish through hand painting regardless of the medium by patience and technique, not so much skill. Panel lined it or inked it with Tamiya panel line accent colour and put an acrylic Tamiya clear as a top coat, thinned with Chinese tap water. Very interesting. All in all, the style of these kits is not my thing. I probably would customise some of them in the future. I would like to paint metallic work on the more primitive ones that I do have in stock, which would be a lot of fun. Though I think it's worthwhile and recommended to have a crack at any design you fancy, but go all out with the painting. You could do some really amazing metallics and high gloss finishes with these bodies. You don't have to be too conservative. You're going to get an amazing job out no matter what you do, and with some clear effect parts, definitely play on those as well. All in all, again, as a challenge with limited time, limited tools, limited space, limited stock, I've put to something together that was quite satisfying and I am a bit proud of. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time. In the end of these models I built overseas, I want to just let people know out there, regardless of your skill level or equipment, patience and technique can produce wonderful kits. Catch you guys next time.